I thought it was really interesting in last night's episode of Sister Wives when Kody was talking about, like, what if I leave Flagstaff? And, earlier in the season, he did this whole big thing about, potentially when he was talking with his friend, I don't remember which friend it was, but he was saying about, like, just wanting to pack up and to leave, just abandon his family and run off into the distance and start over, and how it's so unfair that he doesn't get to do that and all of this. And then he reiterated it last night's episode about, well, what if he wants to leave Flagstaff? What if he wants to leave? And I don't know whether he's just in a bad place, as Robin constantly tells us, or whether he is honestly getting the urge to move. They've moved, I don't remember how many times they said, something like 6 times in 30 years or 5 times in 7 years. I don't remember, but we know that they had been in Lehigh for about 5 or 6 years, something like that. And then they moved to Vegas, and they were in Vegas for like 5 to 6 years. And then they have now been in Flagstaff for 5 to 6 years, like somewhere in there. And if he's not getting the itch to move, he's always had a lot of chaos in his life, lots of new and different, as we call it in my coaching business. Just this need to have things constantly changing. And for a long time, that was, he got a whole bunch of wives, and then he had kids, and he had kids for years. And there's always some new kid and some new adventure, and they moved and they got new jobs and stuff like that. And now he's been stuck in Flagstaff for quite a while. No more new kids. I don't think he wants any. I don't know that there's no evidence that he visits Maddie's grandkids. I don't know how often he goes and sees Avalon. But it seems like other than his gun stuff, he doesn't really get out and about, other than his going to Vegas and shopping and all that. But I do wonder if over the next couple years, we're going to start seeing Kody being like, let's start over fresh somewhere. Let's start over new. I don't think Robin's going to stand for it. And that'll be really interesting. But, Robin and him have really maneuvered him into a life that I don't think he necessarily, I think he got tired of the other wives, but how much of me wonders if Robin doesn't just exhaust him and wear him out. And I mean sexually, but I mean also, she needs to have him there all the time. And before, he kind of got to float around and neglect all these different families. And now he's kind of not allowed to neglect anyone. And I'm wondering if we're going to start to see some fatigue in their relationship in the next few years. Him and Robin, that is.